danger, excitement, mustaches. It's time for another episode of Vault Hunter Adventures featuring Sir Hammerlock. In this week's tale, our hard-boiled heroes travel to the savage continent of Agris. Their goal? To uncover the most exotic creatures Pandora has to offer and give them the old 1-2. But danger looms on the horizon for our swell swashbucklers. For while Handsome Jack may be gone, his legacy lives on.
Aha! You've made it, old chum. I've set up a base camp of sorts near your location. Come find me, would you?
Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back to more Borderlands 2. Previously, we saved Mercenary Day alongside Marcus as Krieg of the Hellborn build, which I wish used for this DLC now, but enough of that. This episode, well, we're going for what's considered the worst DLC in the game by pretty big margin. There's another DLC that kind of contends. But before we continue on with Sir Hammerlock's big game hunt, I'm going to go over the build. So we're not going to use Hellborn much more, because we've showcased it. I do wish I should have thought this. Turns out, a lot of giving this DLC would work really well for Hellborn build. But I promised to show every build on every character, so we're going to go over it. So we're going into Mania 3 to start with, and then we're going to go into Bloodlust next. A bit through the DLC. You could reverse the order of these skill trees. I'm not going to. I figured show Bloodlust first because it's really fun. The whole premise is running about, doing melee damage, and causing a bunch of explosions. Which I had to think about. I built a one. Firstly, on the top row, you've got Empty the Rage. Increases your melee damage, and it gets an extra thing. Further increased if your shield is down or your magazine is empty. If I have a bonus, you gain a 50%. I don't know if they stack, to be honest. If they do, great. If not, well, it won't matter, because one of them will be emptied during this DLC. Pull the pin, and basically, upon death, you can drop a copy of your grenade that will get you double XP. If you were playing Krieg at the start of the game, I would recommend getting this to level 1, because you can use it for your skyrocket and pretty much kill whatever killed you and get XP for it. So why the hell not? Feed the meat. Increase maximum health and shield recharge delay. That's not really going to matter. The extra health is nice. The shield recharge delay is not going to matter for something that happens in this DLC. But we've got 5 in Empty the Rage, 5 in Feed the Meat, because they work well together. Embrace the Pain. If your shields are down, you gain more fire rate. Basically, is to make you empty your mag quicker, which is alright. And you do gain shield charge delay. Does you increase the delay before your shield starts to recharge. You basically get 5 seconds more on your shield recharge delay, which, if you have a white shield, great. But the Love Thumper exists. You can just use the Love Thumper, and it did the exact same thing, and I did consider it for this type of build. But I think we've shown enough as 0. So I'm not going to use on Krieg. But the Love Thumper on Krieg is about as strong as 0, if not stronger. Fuel Rampage. Taking damage will give you action skill cooldown rate. Taking health damage increases the bonus even further. Basically, you enter Buzzaxe Rampage, you do a bunch of damage. While you're using your guns, you gain Buzzaxe Rampage. It's handy for that. You do more damage. And Buzzaxe, well, basically you run around and use Buzzaxe Rampage a lot. That's the whole point of this skill. A percentage of any overkill damage you do will heal you, which is fine. It pairs really well with the Bloodlust trees for Capstone, because you can heal and kill enemies constantly. It's great. Like 90% of overkill. Basically, if you kill something, you're probably going to get above health gate. Will you get full health? I don't know. You need to do enough damage to get full health. Next is Light Diffuse. 5 Your Life is a place to Light Diffuse. During Light Diffuse, instead of using your guns, you get to run around at full speed and chuck dynamite, which is cool. And you will also explode when your 5 your life ends, but if that explosion kills something, you get 5 for your life. I could have taken this, I just didn't, and I should have. Gain a revive for the bundle gives you bonus movement speed for the remainder of the time that was left on light diffuse. Yeah, which is alright. I guess okay. Strip the flesh. Increase your explosive damage by 50% and an extra 15% when you're at 5 for your life. Basically, you pair these two together and you'll probably get 5 for your life back. Like, you'll get back up. For that reason alone, Krieg is the one character who can constantly end up going down. And even if he has instant death as a condition, he might end up killing someone and getting back up. Next is a Demon Soul. We have no reason for it, but if a teammate is down, you can immediately one up to them, and you'll enter 5 for your life. But you do gain increased time, but you can only revive once each time Buzzsack's Rampage is on cooldown. So if a teammate goes down, you can revive them. Use Buzzsack's Rampage, revive someone, and then use Buzzsack's Rampage again and revive someone else. You can't just instantly revive everyone. But these two pair well together if you're a multiplayer. Like, say your Maya teammate goes down, the one person who could res people instantly and from as far away as she wants. You can revive her. She could then get back to cover, or she can get back to cover and revive you. Or she could revive you, she could get back to cover, she can get in the fight, and you can use 5 for your life to get yourself back up. So basically, Krieg sort of works really well in co-op because of this. You can revive the Maya can revive another teammate, you can revive yourself if you're Krieg, if you know what you're doing, and it's great. Next is Salt the Wound. So, taking damage from an enemy while your shield is down will add a stack of Salt the Wound. You get 20 stacks, you gain 7.5% melee damage and 5% gun damage per thing. So that's about, what, 100%? Yeah, 100% shotgun damage at max stacks. But one thing about Salt the Wound, I won't be able to really show it, but if you're in multiplayer, Salt the Wound allows you to take friendly fire damage. It doesn't say this, but you will take friendly fire damage. So if you're ever playing Krieg in multiplayer and have Salt the Wound, tell your teammates, I have Salt the Wound, I will take friendly fire damage. Because your Maya may look at you with a little bit of low health and be like, oh, I should heal you. And you would rather not get healed because you'll end up dying faster and you'll get healed. Silence the Voices, you gain, 250% more melee damage? But about a 60% chance to hit yourself in the face. 60% is more like 90%. You will hit yourself in the face constantly, and that, like when you hit yourself in the face, it counts as grenade damage. So you really don't want to do that. That's why I didn't take it, because I'd be getting annoyed with this build. But if you do want to go a melee build, then it's probably something you should have. Next is Release the Beast. Basically, if you're at a third of your health, if your current health is a third of your maximum health, you'll fully heal and do increased damage by activating Buzzsack's Rampage. As for the gear, we're going to go with what we had last time. Figured might as well get to Spike a little bit of a chance, but I did have something prepared for this build. But basically the Mania tree is sort of your bread and butter. If you're playing Krieg, you'll probably use a Mania at the very least, and you probably, like, your main build is either in Hellborn or Fang. But enough of that. Make our way to Sir Hammerlock. The reason this DLC is considered pretty bad is at the very start of it is walking. It's also kind of drab in all honesty. We are in a giant cave, which is an interesting setting. Over here, you see that? That's the Drifter from Borderlands 1. They were never fun to fight in Borderlands 1, and they're honestly about the same in Borderlands 2. They also rise up from the ground like that. Now you can crit them. Oh, but they are going to go around fighting everything. Oh, that's actually good burn damage. But if you set them on fire, they could be pretty good. They have little spots on the body, usually on the abdomen or thorax, and they can be pretty mean with that. Well, no, that's a crisp spot. Now this is Witch Doctor. I told Witch Doctor I was in love with you. But basically, they will buff enemies there in the DLC. There's actually a secret boss in this DLC. Well, there's actually two. This DLC technically has two raid bosses.
A pain of many parts.
The problem with the two raid bosses is one is super annoying on the max difficulty, to the point where you have to use a glitch, and the other one is a big ass drifter that you have to shoot in the crisp boss to deal damage. But there was a third boss that is also basically a raid boss. You need to look out for a badass witch doctor in order to spawn that enemy. And that enemy takes as long to spawn as Vivivorous. Yep, it's one of those. Now there is a little lodge up here. This is where Hamlock invited us, but we can't go up there yet. But this DLC is a contender for the worst bosses in Borderlands.
Fight our way to lodge together. Then it'll be nothing but a carefree weekend of hunting, companionship, and body jokes about social taboos.
But this DLC is a contender for having the worst bosses in the game. Because they all have very specific fighting conditions. Not even raid bosses, just regular bosses of annoying in this. I like the aesthetic of the DLC, I love the idea of a hunt. It's just that Hamlock's first DLC was never exactly a good one. It's why they had to give him one of Borderlands 3 that was really good. Hello, Hamlock. Yeah, this is Agrius. And basically an entirely different planet that takes place inside of a cave. Or maybe the surface is up there and we're just in the lower parts of it, like the slums. Go on, Hamlock. But yeah, this DLC has some pretty fun weaponry, and Hellborn is probably a tree I would actually recommend for it, if you're doing this as Krieg. I just didn't think, in all honesty, I just didn't think. Jeez, I kind of want to equip the Howled again. I think I sold it though. Yeah, here's Hamlock. You're just gonna sit here.
Stop screaming!
Savage warriors! They've taken over the lodge. Wow. Oh, equip! And that's one thing about Buzz. Oh, jeez, Burning Witch Doctor, that's not good. Burning Witch Doctors are quite mean.
I'm losing blood. Give me yours.
Burning Witch Doctors can summon a whole bunch of fiery tornadoes of doom. Jeez, I wish I went Fame Bloodlust now. But the side benefit of this map isn't here. It did show the one in the tour campaign, I think. Yeah, every main DLC will have a set of vendor, usually being in what is considered the hub area. So this guy's here. Are they up there? Get down from there. Deal with Spiker then, jeez. Can't even get up there.
Poisoned Atlas' CEO. Oh, that's nice. People are terrified of me. How do you not know? You guys are assholes. We can use this floor. I'll let you press that switch and let there be light.
Let there be light. Yeah, we'll go over set of weapons later, but this one There's one good Seraph piece of gear that you can buy. Tally ho! I want the skin! Let me get the skin. Blah. There's gotta be a way up there, right? There's always a way. I'll have to leave it. We'll follow Hammerlock so we can get a vehicle. Luckily, this DLC gets straight to the point and gives you a vehicle. Let me change the options. Hammerlock, speak up.
Some revolved you before you're there. Positively revolved.
Jeez. For some reason, if I had my headphones at max, the dialogue is just bad. I have to lower it a tiny bit to actually hear the dialogue. I'm sure you guys hear it fine, but still.
There's the catchboat station where you can summon a dinghy. I shall have to repair it after I take a moment to laugh heartily at the amusing cadence of the word dinghy.
Dinny.
Now that that's over with, please watch my back. Once I've repaired the station, you can summon a dinghy, travel deeper into the swamp, and start hunting some reels.
Some real game. I just wanted to check that the recording was going fine. I'm a bit skeptical. We need to swap weapons. Let's go with the madhouse for a bit.
They've got boats. Where in damnation did they get boats?
I don't know, from a catchboat station? Is the madhouse shocking me?
I'm never sorry.
Well, we activated and released the beast. Oh jeez, he just leveled up. Witch doctors will buff any enemies that happen to be near them. That's how you get a special boss. That's fine, if Elite Beast ends, you immediately gain your action skill back. How about that? Meanwhile, new enemies. Spores. You can pretty much ignore them for the most part. They will only really attack you if you get super close. But if you do see no thing, they'll just charge you and fire spores. Bam. Come on, Mali. Yeah, oh, here comes a drifter. And another drifter.
Horribly overdramatic so-and-so sick those savages on us.
Now, the thing about drifters is that they're actually weak to shock.
Grab a dinghy and get going.
We'll do it in a bit, Hammerlock. Jeez.
Now, let's go hunting. I've heard tell of an unusual creature out in Silas Grove. Head out there, find it, and do what you do best. By which I mean blasting tiny bits of good.
Before that, an acquired taste. If I remember an acquired taste properly, there's some very annoying side quests. Like, there are some side quests in this DLC that I just... like, they're based on hunting, but a lot of them just go, sort of watered down to kill this many things, find this many items, and acquired taste is probably one of them. Like, it may just show me turn in the quest. Still there's a bark in a cage, egg on my face, and I like my monsters wear. Oh, God. You know what? We're gonna go towards the objective, I think. In fact, actually, no. There's two things we need to do. There's two side quests that we'll go over during the story. Because they will take the longest to do. And I know I technically could end the episode, but what we're going to do is we're going to actually just grab egg on your face. Like my monsters were. Yeah, this quest wants us to grab a bunch of eggs. Next, I like my monsters where.
Oh, wait, what am I doing? You don't speak English. Sorry. I'm one of the native bandits you've been shooting at around here. How you doing? Anyway, there are a few rare and irritating creatures I'd like you to kill for me. No way to know where or when they'll turn up, though. Just keep your fingers crossed and your eyes open.
Yeah, this wants us to kill pink borax, tailless scallions, two-legged drifters, albino skags, and slag spores. These are all incredibly rare. If you want to farm slag spores, up there is where spores will spawn, so just grab that. Just check that spot constantly. And yeah, it's just incredibly rare, and the egg on your face is just grabbing eggs in this area. So, let's talk about the fan boat. Let's go sea monster. There's three versions of it. A corrosive fan boat, which fires a little blob of corrosion. Shock fan boat, which fires a Tesla grenade. And flamethrower fan boat. Now, I don't really want to show off all the weapons. We'll start with corrosion now. But the fan boat is the worst vehicle in the game. You feel that? That's max speed, baby. Slower than the light runner. That's weaponry. Yep, it's got a machine gun and a little corrosion blob launcher. And don't take this as really good damage, by the way. This isn't really good damage. This is just average damage for normal mode. In true Vault Hunter mode, you're better off not even using the vehicle, in all honesty. The steps every character can do, they'll run fast in the boat and not have to risk dying constantly. In that amount of time, that drifter could have been dead to any other vehicle. And it's just fine. It is such a shame. This vehicle could have been so good, but this DLC has everything against it. Like, it's just fine. The vehicle is just bad. And it might be dialogue for showing this mission. I don't know. I probably should grab the other side quests. In fact, that's what we'll do. We'll start doing side quests for this episode. We'll not do all of them, but there are some in this area. We might as well just get out the way. Pew pew! Honestly, liking the spiker so far. Like the idea of planting a bunch of things into an enemy, like a bunch of pellets, and then they explode. Might try that on Krieg at some point for like a late game build. Will it be good? Probably not. We better just have the bullets impact it and deal damage. Yeah, I'll start doing these missions because, I mean, they're going to be on the way. But if I think I'm recording too long, what I'll do is just grab all the eggs I need off screen. Because they're just around Hunter Squad. There are fixed locations, I think. Do you guys really want to sit here and watch me collect 23 eggs? God, this vehicle sucks. Is that a badass witch doctor? No, that's a crippling witch doctor. We're going to change the vehicle though. You guys can see the corrosion version is just terrible. So let's show the fire one, which in my opinion is probably the best one. Why? Because you can just burn stuff with it. The shark one's pretty good too, ain't gonna lie. The shark one is fantastic because it can just get rid of shields. So at least you don't have to worry about that. Oh, actually the flamethrowers might be bad. Oh no, say it's on fire. Yeah, a lot of enemies in this DLC are just straight up flesh, so you might as well just use fire for it. Hey, look at that. Line up with them, hit him in the face. There you go. Now, is the fanbow still good, even in its best version? No! The fanbow is terrible. It's the worst vehicle in Borderlands history, probably one of the worst vehicles in gaming history, not gonna lie. Oh, and this tornado was actually the witch doctor right now, I forgot about that.
You woke the wrong dog.
Now can I grab the egg?
Eggs, the genesis of life, the beginning of creation itself, and yet so numbing, so very, very numbing.
Now there is something here that's interesting. This is an altar of iridium, I guess, is what we can call it. There's a certain amount of them around the map. I don't remember exactly how many, but they're pretty hidden. But they spawn a raid boss. It will probably spawn at level 50. So I won't be showing that. And I guess I can talk about the other raid bosses DLC. The thing is that this DLC's initial raid boss and the next DLC's raid boss, like official one, a thing. They are not designed to be done solo. For multiple reasons. So I might not be able to kill this raid boss. Let's be real, it took me forever to kill Pete when I really shouldn't have. But here's some bullywans. Oh. These are the ones that appear in Iridium Blight, being Bedrock. Same thing as in Iridium Blight, obviously they're just bullymons. You shouldn't struggle against them. I want to say there's an egg over here, but I could be wrong, and there's another side quest that will take us back this way, so I'm actually going to ignore it. Let me actually check the recording time. We're at 28 minutes. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and probably collect the rest of the eggs off screen. This side quest is pretty awful. Like, egg on your face is a pretty awful side quest. And all that's really added is, ooh, they collect the egg. Like, that's all it is. So, next time on Borderlands 2, I will grab the other side quest, but we'll make our way to Skylar's Grove. I will see you guys then.